Maverick 100.9, Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss, and I am joined by Louisiana's very own Kendall. Kendall Shaffer is here. Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
So good to see you. So good to talk to you always. But we've been seeing each other a lot here lately.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, more than normal.
Way more.
Like 3 times in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet. So I love it. I love it, man.
Dude, same here. Everybody knows you are one of my favorite country singers, period.
Thanks, Dave.
And everybody knows how much I've been dying to get to see you perform. Well, I have. I have finally caught my first Kendall Shaffer show. So Corliss is already a winner for the year.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I really love just stepping into that place with it being so historic too. I've heard about it a few times, and then I've heard about them shutting down, opening back up, and man, and as soon as we stepped in there, I was like, "This is the place to be tonight."
I tell you what, keeping these iconic venues in Texas open is so incredibly important. And I see that from my end. You see that from your end. But, we've always got to look through fans' eyes as well. Like, they're so important. And it's up to all of them, all of us, to keep those alive.
Right. I mean, it takes a team to do everything. And, if the fans aren't digging it, then none of us have jobs if they don't dig anything we do. So, that's a beautiful part about it. The fan base in country music is just unreal.
It really is. We're so stoked. So of course we're here to talk new music, and you have a new single called Broke Down, but it's hilarious because as we were getting on to our interview and stuff, you're literally having some breakdowns on your end, huh?
Oh man, I'll tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. I've had this song for about over a year now. We've gone back and forth on productions and stuff like that. And as soon as I get the final product done, and I'm like, okay, I think we're gonna go with this one. This is a good one. And I'll be damned if my wife's car doesn't break down while I'm out of town. And so we go get her something new, and then like a week later, my truck breaks down. And I've got to sell it. So we're running on one right now.
And you're literally up at your wife's radio station because you had to take her to work.
Yeah. So, it worked out. I had a cool little space to come chat with you this evening. But, life is funny, man.
It is. Well, where did this song come from, since it's clearly not from your recent breakdowns?
Right. So a good buddy of mine, Jeffrey Allen Emler, he wrote this song with a buddy of ours from Nashville, Jacob Howard. Poor old Jacob, he's got some women problems, man. He just can't get it together for some reason, and he writes about all his problems with his women. And so Jeff was on the way home one day, and he called me. He was like, "Man, I got this song, and I think you sing it really good." And I said, "Well, I love it from what you sent me, so let's do something with it." It's not something that I've been going through over the last 7-8 years, because I'm happily married now, obviously. Yeah. But it takes me back in a spot in my life where I was feeling just like this guy was in the song, and I still feel it whenever I sing it. I'm like, hell yeah, I remember that, man. Screw that. It's one of those middle fingers in the air song. Adios, see you later.
Right. Which we all still, and I'm on the same page that you are. Like, Adam and I have been together for 8 years. But I also have those friends that are like perpetually trying to fall in love, and it just never works. And I feel for them so badly because they have so much love in their hearts to give, and like, I don't know what it is.
Can't seem to win.
Yeah, can't seem to win. Well, this is for all of you out there who feel like you just can't get ahead. This is Broke Down by Kendall Shaffer for the first time on Maverick 100.9. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. Broke Down, that's the latest from Kendall Shaffer on Maverick 100.9. We got Kendall here with us, and, we're talking about life and in general. It just keeps changing, and we get these crazy ups and downs. You've got broken down vehicles. Man, that happened to me in 2020. I bought my first vehicle at 30 years old. Because otherwise, all I had ever had was hand-me-downs from my parents. And so remember, we got those stimulus checks, and Adam and I put our stimulus checks together, and we saved up and finally had a down payment for a truck. And so we traded in his, and a month later, my car bit the dust. Completely dead, and I still didn't even get it towed out of my driveway for another year. I wasn't able to get myself another vehicle, and I was so sad. So hopefully that starts to clear itself up on your end.
Yeah, I mean, it never goes away, to be honest with you. It don't matter how new something is, we just got that kind of luck over here. And luckily, I grew up working on vehicles with my dad and stuff, so I got some basic knowledge. So I don't have to send the cars to the shop every time. But this time we had to.
Right. So, of course, you're up at the radio station. Your beautiful wife, Brittany, is an incredible radio personality there in Louisiana. Like, shout outs to her.
Look, she's on the other end. Come see her, baby.
Oh, we get Brittany today.
Good morning, Corliss. How are you?
Good morning to you, my dear. We were just talking about you, so it's kind of fun. I'm going to keep you here, actually, because we're talking about life hiccups and whatnot. We just left an awards show last Monday. We were all celebrating Texas country, but you yourself has had quite some success in the past month as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the station that I'm at here in Louisiana, we won Station of the Year. Myself, my co-host Abby Lee, we did an on-site remote in Nashville for the CMA Awards, and we won Best On-Site Remote. And then myself personally won Young Professional of the Year. So I was very excited about that because I've been working in radio for about 15 years now. So to finally get an award, I was like, wow, took me only 15 years.
That's so funny you say that, because my 15-year anniversary in radio was St. Patrick's Day week.
Oh, wow.
So I just celebrated 15 years myself. So a huge congrats to you, but even more importantly, a congrats goes out to both of you as a couple. I know how crazy the music world is, radio and musicians both, but you guys are welcoming your first child together into the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, babe.
And
a little baby boy.
Little boy.
Yes.
Now, Kendall, you've already got a son. So are you ready for two dudes?
I am. I think I'm equipped for this now. But I was dead set on it being a girl, and I was ready for that too. But I know how to raise them boys, so I'm excited about this one. It's going to be a fresh new start, and I got an 11-year-old now, so he thinks he knows everything. So it'd be cool to have somebody next to me that doesn't know how to talk.
That is so greatly appreciated. Like, even when I'm here in the home studio, poor Adam has to hear me talk all dang dong like day long, Now, Brittany, are you okay with 3 dudes in the house now?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm outnumbered. And so I have already told Kendall, like, I'm gonna have to keep y'all in line. So you better listen up and you better tell your sons they better listen up as well.
Oh,
You never forget, Mama's the boss, man. My mom's the boss. Y'all have met my mom. You are fully aware that she is the boss, and I'm
She
34
is the
years
boss.
old.
We love her.
she walked around there and she owned that place
She
Monday,
does.
man.
She's
Yeah, we
crazy.
love her.
She is an absolute nut. Well, you guys are pretty nutty yourself, so I'm so glad that I finally just got to hang out with the both of you in person, like real people and not on the computer.
Right.
Yeah.
But besides babies, broke down cars, new single, anything else we have to look forward to this year, Kendall?
Yeah, I'm just touring as much as I can. I was trying to work on a new album and push something out real quick. I think I'm gonna do the single thing, every couple months. But I'm real focused on touring this year and just playing a bunch of country music. That's all I'm looking forward to. And whatever happens. We're just winging this thing at this point.
You keep winging it and we'll keep watching. We're going to follow Kendall Shaffer always because we're talking tour dates throughout Texas, new music coming. And of course, we just want you to show as much love for him as I've got. Brittany, we love you as well.
We love you.
Thank you guys both for joining me on Maverick.
No problem, baby. Thank you so much for everything.